Welcome everyone and Happy New Year. This is Bōde's Vancouver real estate market update for January 2022. This video is going to quickly show you what's happening in the Vancouver property market at a macro level, and then I'm going to show you where you can find all of the data for your specific community and your specific property type so that you can understand what's happening with your home's value. So let's dive in. First, we're going to look at the number of new listings that have come to market each month for the last 4 years. And here we're looking at the greater Vancouver area and all residential listings. So here you can see for the last 4 years, the number of new listings that have come to market each month. And you can see the bright blue line for 2021 shows that for most of the year, there's been more listings than usual. And if we take the most recent month, December 2021, new listings are up 6% versus the average of the 3 previous Decembers. So some new listings in December. However, not as many new listings as there were sales. So here you can see again, same 4 lines, bright blue line for 2021. Sales have been incredibly strong all year long. Some months having twice the number of sales that you would typically have in that month. And in the most recent month, December, sales have been up 30% versus the average of the 3 previous Decembers. So sales continue to be really strong, and they're outpacing the number of new listings, which means the overall number of homes for sale, or the total inventory, has been going down. You can see the bright blue line here heading down for months now. So now there's 43% fewer homes for sale than there would typically be at this time of year. So overall inventory is low. That makes it hard for buyers right now. There's not a lot of options available, but it's great news for sellers because there's less competition when you're selling your home, and that means you'll hopefully be having more buyer interest and be able to achieve a better price than otherwise. Last metric I'm going to show you is months of supply. So that's looking at supply and demand together in one metric to say, given the amount of inventory currently in the market, how many months would it take to sell through all of that inventory given the current rate of sale? And you can see here the bright blue line shows you that for 2021, months of supply has been very low for the entire year. So when months of supply are low, that really benefits sellers, and that's what they call a seller's market. And it makes it more difficult for buyers for the same reasons. Fewer homes for sale and they're selling quite quickly means it's a difficult time to be a buyer. But what everyone wants to know is what's happening with prices. And in Vancouver, prices continue to increase fairly steadily. This chart shows you for the last 17 years, on a monthly basis, what's happened to prices. And you can see they've pretty steadily gone up in Vancouver. Some years they've gone up much faster than others. And in 2021, the first half of the year was one of those years. Prices went up very quickly. Then they leveled off for a bit, and more recently now they've been going up steadily again. So continuing to set new record highs for almost all property types in Vancouver. But to find out what's happening with your particular home, you need to look at your specific community and your kind of property type. So in order to do that, you can check out the data on our website. We've got 3 great pages for you to check out. The first one's called Market Data. Here's where you can see what's happening in your local community. You can see the same kinds of supply and demand dynamics that we just went through at a macro level, but for your specific community. You can also look up the sold price of every home that's sold in the last 2.5 years in Vancouver. So check out the sold data page to see that, find out what your neighbor's home sold for. And finally, check out our comparables tool where you can enter 8 features of your home and see the most similar live listings. So that would be your current competition if you were going to sell, and the most comparable recently sold listings. So that'll help give you a really good feel for what your home might be worth. So check all of that out at bode.ca and join us again next month. Thanks very much.